Protesters have blockaded oil refineries in France, and transport links have been severely disrupted in another day of mass industrial action against the proposed raising of the pension age. More than 1 million people are expected to join the demonstrations, making it the biggest of 6 nationwide protests to take place since mid-January. The French government wants to increase the retirement age from 62 to 64 years old. Our correspondent Ross Cullen is in Paris. Good to see you, Ross. So how disruptive are these strikes?
Yeah, hi Julia. You might be able to see some of the protesters filing past behind me with the balloons and floats of the different unions. It has been disruptive today in Paris. The metro pretty much not working. The only 2 lines that are running are those which are driverless, autonomous lines. But intercity travel not just disrupted today. We've all had the railway operator this afternoon just confirming that Wednesday and Thursday we'll also see maybe 1 out of every 2, 1 out of every 3 trains between French cities running. Such as the disruption caused today, the knock-on effect later in the week will still be felt. There has been rubbish piled on the street corners because some of the trash collectors have been taking part in the strike today. We have seen healthcare workers, transport workers, firefighters. A truck just went by with a loud demonstration and songs by people working at theatres, opera and cinema as well. So all range of different sectors taking part in this, the 6th day of industrial action since the start of the year by the opposition against the government's proposals to raise the retirement age from 62 to 64 and simplify and streamline France's complex pensions regimes.
Now, this is something that President Emmanuel Macron has been pushing for a while. I mean, is there any sign, though, amid all of these protests, that there might be some movement, that the government might change their mind?
No movement on either side currently, Juliet. The unions aren't going to budge, the government is going to budge, and so we are going to see this proposed legislation continue through Parliament, and we are going to see the demonstrations on the streets of French cities continue. The opposition have already said that Saturday the 11th of March they're going to call for another demonstration. There's a possibility that in between then and now there could even be more rolling strikes if sectors vote every day to continue their walkouts, meaning that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the interim periods, could well see more strikes. So it's severe disruption caused by the protesters, but they have got the support of the public. The majority of people support the strikes. A majority of people don't want this policy to be introduced. The government says it is crucial to make France's pensions systems financially sustainable going forward. They say that it is crucial to rebalance the books. France is working longer, is living longer, and it needs to be able to support pensioners in the future. One way to do that is to raise the retirement age gradually from 62 to 63 and then from 63 to 64. President Emmanuel Macron tried to get it done in his first term, wasn't able to, won re-election in 2022. He is trying to get this done early on in his second term. The government wants this past Parliament by the end of the spring and entering into force by the end of the summer.
Ross Cullen, thank you very much for the update. Our correspondent Ross Cullen in Paris.